Hello and welcome to another episode. In this episode I'll do a point of view drive of the new Kia EV3. This is my first test drive of the car, and I'd just like to thank Acorn Kia Burntwood for the loan of the car, and for the loan of the car again on the forecourt when I was recording the other bits in part 2. As I say, in this part it's all the point of view test drive and a quick walk around at the start. And here we have the brand new Kia EV3 GT Line S, which is covered in Acorn stickers because it's the showroom one. Loads of room in the back, and seats in my position. I'm just around 6 foot. So this is my first drive of the Kia EV3 GT Line S, which has got the head-up display. Currently this is the top of the range. I'm on trade plates at the moment, and this is the showroom car. It was supposed to be the other one, which was the green, light green one, but this is the grey one. Right, and get used to this. To drive, the steering wheel doesn't seem to go as high as the EV6. Well, it's less creaky than mine. Mine would have creaked by now. Right, adaptive smart cruise control. It hasn't got the speed setting turned on for automatic. That's the speed warning off. Speed warning on. It's nice and quiet. Strange, I haven't had any beeps out of it yet. It still hasn't beeped. And the parcel shelf is not done up. That's the Rattle. It's beeping when the speed sign changes speed limit, whereas mine doesn't. Mess with the speed assist settings because this isn't behaving the way I expect. Icy conditions possible. Well, I've got Android Auto plugged in and it's not showing on the head-up display. I had to run an update on the EV9 to get it to appear. It's a bit strange that the firmware from this year in July doesn't have the feature, so I'm a bit baffled by that. Right, smart cruise control on 30. It's defaulted to iPedal. I haven't had to touch it. Got some rattle in the back and I'm not sure what the heck it is. I've started to drive mine like this now. If you knock the cruise control off and then just use up or down arrow, 5 seconds later it puts you back to the speed if you press up or down. So it's trying to put me back on 40, but it's 30 now, so that'll be 30. That rattle's doing my nuts. I don't know whether it's stuff I bought in the car with me. I've moved the parcel shelf. It's no noisier than mine, so sound levels at low speeds are fine. Well, that's picked up a school sign for, I don't get those on mine, so that's a feature of Intelligent Speed Assist 2, which I believe this has got, and mine's on 1. There's definitely something rattling. Distance. Whatever it is, it's loose and plasticky. This is going into a 20 zone, so it should slow down. Does give you that old familiar big display of the EV6 feeling. Some people have said they felt the inside felt cheap, but that's not padded, but it's better than what's in the Hyundai Insta, which I drove last week. There's definitely more soft cloth fabricy stuff around. I don't think it's any worse than the Nero was though. got that new feature on the driver's display of the maximum range and the minimum range. 98 miles is the minimum, and we're just about 50%. Where's the miles per... Oh, that's the driver attention warning. Where the hell is the miles per kilowatt hour on this thing? There we go. After charging, current trip, 4.6 miles per kilowatt hour so far. That's not bad. And again, 40. Interesting to see if this behaves like the EV9 does on an A road at 60 and 70, where it auto adjusts speed. Knock it off cruise. Hey, so he knows there's an island there now. Cool. Back into some kind of cruise, up to 50. Now let's see if this speeds up on the national speed limit. Right, we're coming up to the side now. Yeah, speeding up on its own. And that's new compared to the EV6, on my one anyway. Noise levels have gone up a bit. That's adapted back down to 60. Right, heated steering wheel and seats are now on the door, and which takes a bit of getting used to, but you've got 3 levels of heated steering wheel now. Well, 2 levels actually. Right, on the motorway. Rattle's still there. Unless it's the trade plate rattling. No, it's actually the parcel shelf oscillating. I can see it in the mirror, I think. And that's annoying. I wonder if the graphic in head-up display is meant to be a lorry because it looks big. Maybe it's figured it's a lorry. this should change to HDA in a sec when it's not trying to run into traffic. I'll set the distance a bit closer. HDA will come on when we get on the main carriageway. We're on one of the slip roads. Nav has come on, but not HDA. So have I got to flip it off and flip it back on? Yes. Ah, they've updated all the graphics, so you've got car-shaped objects now instead of blocks. That's cool. Let's try lane change assist. Yeah. Doesn't turn the indicator off for you though. Search settings.
Sorry, I didn't understand.
Settings search.
Say the keyword for which you want to search in the settings.
Head-up display settings.
No results were found in settings. Please say the keyword to search again.
Head-up display.
Which one do you want to select? Which one do you want to select? Loading the settings screen.
Turn by turn, that's why. Yeah, that's my Google Maps showing up now. That's nagging me about driver attention. It actually has changed the graphics, the visual virtual cars and trucks. You're now seeing shapes of objects instead of just blocks. That's a hell of a lot better. I'm impressed. How the hell do I get phone projection back? Hey, I've got graphics of the radio appearing now. Cool. I like this a lot. question is, does Waze display in head-up display? Yeah, turn by turns appearing in head-up display. This is actually a step up from the EV9. This car, so it's moved on again. It's even since the start of the year when I tested the EV9. Again, this has still got the same 50 speed limit when it's no longer 50. So it's still picking up information that's stored in the maps database or somewhere and ignoring the signs, which is terrible. It should have been fixed by now. Oh well, I'm going all the way to Ionity now. Eight minutes to Ionity. I may as well just go and I'll do a quick test charge. I mean, I've got 46% steady charge, so I'll see if I can get it to peak 60. I've got some charging credit. What time is it? 14:56. Okay, 2.5 miles to the turn off the A34, which is where Ionity Stafford is. I'm sure this head-up display looks bigger, even though the actual screen size looks about the same or smaller on the EV6. The actual image of it seems bigger to me. I don't know if I'm imagining it. Well, at least they've got the correct image in the EV menu. That looks like an EV3. I should have activated the bloody battery conditioning first, shouldn't I? I've changed my mind about charging since I didn't precondition. I forgot to set it on manually, which I could have done. disable iPedal when reversing. You can turn that on and off. Okay, I'm on my way back now. Looks like police lights ahead.
To junction 13 to A449. Then at the roundabout, take the 4th exit.
Hey, I found some traffic. Efficiency wise, 4.2 miles per kilowatt hour, and it's 6 degrees outside. That's bloody well good, that is.
Then at the roundabout, take the 4th exit on M6 towards the northwest.
Oh, this is still thinking that I want to go to Ionity when I don't. Yeah, here's the other stretch coming back where it's got the 50 mph stored in the maps database, and it says I'm speeding, but I'm not. It's 70 down here. Now you've got to press up on the temperature control to get the temperature up. See, it's telling me to turn off. Driving this manually now, no smart cruise control. Why is it coming up calculating on the screen when I haven't got a route set in maps? Weird. I'm pretty sure that's parcel shop oscillating, which is bad news. I can see it rattling. The new iPedal definitely feels better than the old iPedal, and it appears to be applying the auto version. It's more like an halfway version of auto regen. you watch the indicators, it changes on its own. I saw it, it was sort of off and then it just came on its own with the number of bars there. Hit the school traffic. What they say about the steering wheel blocking the HVAC controls is correct, but you do have dual up and down there, so you've got to pull it up, put temperature up, pull it down to get temperature down, but you've got to look slightly to one side to mess with them unless you expand it like that. That's probably the easiest way, and then you can see what you're doing. You would have thought that would be the split screen you can just flip around. There's a shortcut I didn't know was there. Press and hold home. It still seems as wide as the EV6. Probably is. Not too big. You can definitely feel the raised height of it above an EV6 driving position. Right, so what did I think? I think it was absolutely great. So good that I actually went out and ordered one. I've given my reasons for swapping from an EV6 to an EV3 in my news episode the other week and a previous episode. I'll put those links up there. But I was impressed enough with the technology upgrades and the drive and everything that, you know, I just liked it. Loads of improvements all over the place, all over the dash. Loads of improvements in the Kia Connect app. Loads of improvements in the iPedal. Loads of improvements in the head-up display, which looks bigger and clearer despite being the same size as the EV6 is, but they've just redone it and revisited. And you get album art and graphics, and you get stuff from the BBC Radio app being pushed. I think the EV9 did album art, but I don't think I got to try BBC Sounds, so that could be new, it might not be. It's also nice to see you can just show your turn by turn from either Google Maps or Waze and things like that. And the iPedal has been developed to way beyond what it was before, and it's a sticky feature that you can put the car in reverse and it remembers it, so you don't have to faff with that. It's one less thing. So yeah, well impressed. It's definitely come a long way. It's even come further than the EV9 way back in January, February when I test drove that. It just feels like it's the same systems, but they've done a bit more upgrades, more features. In theory, I guess the EV9 could get all this stuff pushed to it over the air, but having not been in an EV9 since I initially drove it, I don't know what currently they've got. So the over-the-air stuff is definitely the way to go, and you'll see what else I find in part 2. Hope you found this useful. Thank you for watching.